Welcome back. It is time now for Hot Picks, and today we are zeroing in on 3 plays in the biotech sector. Our next guest has Sionna Therapeutics as her top pick, and she points to meaningful upside as Sionna delivers positive data from its ongoing cystic fibrosis drug trials. So let's get more perspective now from Ritu Baral, Managing Director covering healthcare and biotechnology at TD Cowen. It's good to have you join us.
Good morning.
Good morning. So let's start. Sionna Therapeutics, let's talk about these drug trials. What are you watching for here?
We're watching for phase 2b data. Sionna has a completely new drug class of CF drugs. Now, the 500-pound gorilla in the space has always been Vertex Pharmaceuticals, one of the enduring legacy large caps in biotech. And that has pioneered a class of drugs that has become standard of care. Now, Sionna, almost like a David and Goliath, has come in with a very new, possibly complementary, but different class of drugs that goes to the heart of the mutation that most CF patients have, that actually has the potential to boost the performance of standard of care or do better on its own. We're waiting for phase 2 data on a key biomarker around mid-year that could tell us whether this drug could be very life-changing for so many of the cystic fibrosis patients, that about 2/3 of which actually do not get to normal function, normal CF function, CF channel function, which is the root mutation, on standard of care right now. We think that represents probably 100% upside, maybe even more. This is one of your classic binary biotech stocks.
Wow. Okay. So obviously a market there for that. So you think, you said mid-year, you're waiting to see the next phase of Sionna Therapeutics around mid-year. It sounds as though you're pretty optimistic.
I am very optimistic. The science supports it. The clinical trial conduct has been positive. It's an excellent management team. All those things together usually result in predictable alpha.
Let's go to your second hot pick now. It is Praxis Precision Medicines. Why do you like this one?
This one is and will be entering a product cycle. Now, product cycles are so important for emerging large cap biotechs. Praxis not long ago was a small cap. They had excellent phase 3 binary data. Now that binary clinical data risk is behind us. You can see it right there on the chart. No surprise where that data hit. And now we're looking at an approval story and a drug launch story, likely in early 2027. So this is de-risked from a science perspective. Now, this is much more a commercial perspective. Their lead drug will be Ulixa for a new indication called essential tremor. It's something that affects 2 million plus patients in North America, and it is a completely untapped market. There are no approved branded therapies that target it, and certainly target it to a degree that makes a significant difference in patients' lives. So this is the potential, greenfield's potential for a $1 billion plus market opportunity. And we model about $6 billion in peak potential sales for Praxis.
Wow. You were saying you spoke with the CEO recently on navigating the FDA in these unprecedented times. I'm sure that goes for all 3 of your picks today. Like, what are you talking about when you're talking about these unprecedented times?
Well, the FDA has had staffing issues. The division itself and HHS has had significant leadership turnover, significant staffing turnover. There's certainly an investor focus on timelines being met and on predictability of regulatory outcomes based on what has been publicly disclosed about the clinical data. We've had a number of surprises, and we've had a number of instances where what was communicated to management teams has not been reflective of what that ultimate outcome is. And his advice at the very end was talk early, talk often, establish a relationship, and be patient.
Okay, let's get to your third hot pick. This is Palvella Therapeutics. What do you like about this one?
This was one of my the last time I was on here, this was my binary risk favorite. And that binary risk, as of a couple months ago, did actually work out. If you look at that stock price, you can see right there where it worked out. This is now turning into the same sort of story that Praxis was. This was an excellent data set, well above expectations. And now they're looking also at navigating the FDA. However, we think in our experience, even with this new, slightly unpredictable FDA, when you don't have a complex data set, when you have a simple data set with agreement and alignment with the agency, and you have a data set that is, again, nothing but net, we see regulatory approval as highly, highly de-risked, and therefore a likely approval that will drive further alpha, further upside, and then Palvella will be entering its own product cycle post-approval with a deep, deep pipeline of a platform science behind it.
And Palvella also saying today it was granted a European patent for its skin disease treatment. I'm not sure if that's the same gel that you were just referencing, but I mean, how significant is that to have a European patent at least?
A European patent would open up rest of world sales. There's a lot of companies that reference European patents in their own patent portfolio in rest of world geographies, rest of world market opportunities. We think that in rare diseases, oftentimes rest of world represents 50% or equal portions of what North America, including the US, could represent for these sort of rare genetic conditions, which is Palvella's sweet spot.
So interesting. Okay, we will leave it there. Ritu, thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That is Ritu Baral, Managing Director covering healthcare and biotechnology at TD Cowen.